Hello everybody, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon Stand. As you can see, I got my big cutter out. My son asked me to make a cover that would fit 3 of these little traveling notebooks. So that's what I'm going to do. And this will be have an electric binding to it. So these measure 8 1/4 by 5 1/8. So what we're going to do, we're going 9 by 5 1/2. So I got one side cut. So now I'm going to do this one. I've set it there. And I figured since I got to sit here and do it, I might as well turn the camera on and invite y'all to come along with me. All right, 5 1/2 is here. And this is heavy duty cardstock, which is why it's so hard to cut through. I may be able to, these must be bigger than 12 by 12. I didn't think I was going to get this out of 2, or 2 out of these. That is 5 1/2 to there. So it's easier if I pull it. And then I've got enough on here for a spine. But I need this at, other than I cut another one for no reason at all. That's okay. Push that out, because it's easier to pull the cutter than it is to try to push it. I would never get it done if I had to push it. All right, now I need 3, I think I had that. How wide is this one? All right, 2 inches. So I need a 2-inch spine. Come here. Oops. Did that again. Let's push that back up there. And measure this to 2 inches. And that's hard. That is hard. So we got that part. Okay, that's a workout. I don't have my cutting table anymore, so having to rely on my desk. So it will basically fit in there like this. And I need it bigger this way because I have to put garments in. The eye hole things. I can't think right now. But yeah, I got to put those in the spine. Now, to measure where they go on the spine, because if I'm going to have them, and I mean that's about 1/4 of an inch there. So if I take my 2-inch, and I'm just going to line it up here, and I'm going to mark it every 1/2 inch on that side, come here every a 1/2 inch on this side, and I may have to replace the marks, but in the future, but right now that's what's going to do. Now the way he wants it done is, this is his cover style that he wants, which means, and I've got to make this wider. So eyelets, that's what they are. I think, yeah. But yeah, so I've got to shorten that to make another one like that, and then widen it out to cover a 2-inch. So it's not that hard, and we're gonna get through this. So my next step is come back here and find my 6-inch tape. That one. Okay, so I've got that one and I may be able to do with just this. And I need a cutting mat. Like that. And my knife. So this is double-sided sticky tape. It's put up by scrapbook.com. It is a little on the pricey side, but I've had this one for 2 years now, and I'm barely halfway through. And I use this for covers, so it's, you know, it's great. It's fine. Right now, I just need to move these out of the way for a moment because I need to pull this open. Oops. The sticky tape's got to go down there with it. Okay. So I know I've got a bit of a mess on that side, but that's okay because I'm not going down that far. But I do need to get the, okay. So right along the edge, I got one down. And now I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to put this one down. And yes, I'm leaving a little bit of space in between them. Just like that. Now, I'm not worried that it doesn't go that far because I'm going to use that on the spine. Okay, now where's my... Got my blade. And this stuff is so easy to cut. Right like that. Okay. Move that over. Now, I've got all this in pieces. So I'm simply going to go right along the edge of each one. Ooh, I don't have a bag in there. I have no trash bag in my little trash bag. So, I just use regular shopping bags. And I've got this little thing here that goes onto my drawer here. Stick that on there. Get off my fingers. And it just, you take the bag and you just put it over like that. And then there's the top that goes on. I'm trying to do it over the bag so I don't, well, there you are. And then I've got the trash can there, and then it hangs on my drawer. Ta-da! And I have the trash can up here. I got that, I think, way back when we were all buying stuff at Wish. And I think I paid like $1 for it. Best thing I ever bought for my craft room. Because the one I used in the kitchen didn't work so well. It got in my way. Well, where's the, there we go. Trim down there. Put that in there. Now, this part here, I'm going to trim down, but I'm going to hang on to it. And I'm going to stick it on the, our spine. The only bad part is everything is sticky. Okay. And just line that up. That did not work very well. Okay, good. Not too bad. It's probably, now, yeah, it's over on one side. I don't care. It's on. All right, this side's on. Now, at this point, I'm going to come in here with just a little plastic scraper thingy and burnish it down. This is Tim Holtz. I think this came in my mat. Okay, one side down, And I don't want to burnish it until I trim up the sides and edges. So first things first, let's get rid of this tail end down here. I mean, this stuff cuts so good. Okay, now, what other side? This side's hanging just a tad. Trim that off. Ugh. That's on my fingers. Okay, got that one, got that one. That's good enough. Now we'll do the long one. Trim that down. I can just set that over there. Come back here. Put that down there. Line it up. That side went on pretty good. So that's not too bad. Turn off that little niche. Now, yeah, I trimmed it off and it stuck to my fingers. Okay, first things first, close that up. Now, come in here. See, I've only got 2 lines there, so we do need stuff in the middle. And what I have is, I have some 1/2-inch tape. It'll work just as good. This out. Find Jack. I can put this up for now. And we're just doing like a regular cover. That off. And then do one more. It may overlap, but that's okay. It's fine. There. I used to go through tape like crazy when I was doing memory albums. Oh. I was buying all different sizes from 6-inch down to the 1/4 inch, because this comes in 2, 4, and 6-inch. And then the regular sheet, the regular pages of it. And I was buying like that big roll twice a year. Okay, so now we're here. Now we need our cover paper. What are we going to put down, to cover the base of it with? And what I was thinking was, I have, I get it out. Where is, I have all kinds of paper and I can't find what I'm looking for. Figures, huh? Okay, we can do with this one. This paper here is what they wrap glasses up in when you buy them at the store. That's exactly what that is. And we're going to use this. So first things first, I'm getting out a letter opener. I've already folded it in half. So all I've got to do is come in here and go right down there, and I've cut it in half. Ta-da! So I'm going to start with one side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come probably about to here and just lay this down. See, if I do that one, can I do 2? I could do 2 if I did it this way. I could do both of those there. Then I just have the that would cover every bit of it. But I need, I'm trying to think, and it's not working. I don't know. So let's do this. Let's just go ahead, because I've got so much of this, it's ridiculous. I really do not need to hang on to the extra. I don't. So I'm going to come back in here. We'll do this again. That gives me 2 pieces there. And then I'm going to come back here and do it on this one. And sometimes it doesn't go through all right. You get the little crease. It's okay. I mean, it didn't cost me anything. I'm not worried about it. It's just paper. Okay, now we're going to take our backing off. Save these if you do have this kind of stuff, or if you do have the double-sided sheets. Save your sticky paper. All right, I want the straight edge on here. And I'm coming right down here like this and putting it down automatically. Right then, turn it over and give it a good press before I do anything else. So now I've got a nice and flat area where it's sticky, and then I've got all that. We're fine. This is that's exactly what we want. So I'm going to come in here. I know which side. I think I go to this side. And then we'll do the same with here. We'll take these off. And I'm going to try to hold this down with my hands while I press. It already stuck before I could get it down that far. Oh well, it's okay. We burnish here. And we burnish there. We're good. Now, I need to do this one. And I'm going to put this in the middle when I take everything off. And you'll see why when I get down to that part. I had to find my pokey tool. I'm looking for another one just like this. I love this. So, I want to find one just like it. So if any of you know, send me the link. And because I would love to know where to find this. I probably have to go on to Ranger itself and look for it. Because a lot of people, a lot of companies I'm seeing, they'll get Tim Holtz's ink and die cuts and all that kind of stuff, but when it comes to the actual tools, they go with somebody else. Which, it's their prerogative, but I like Tim Holtz's stuff. It's quality. So, there. Now we have that stuck down. And we have all of these. So we're going to set that aside. We're going to deal with these. And what I need to do, I need to find my scissors. Because I'm coming in here, not quite to that corner. See, I'm leaving a little, just not quite to the corner. And then I'm coming here, this way. And I'm going to meet that where it's, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to work. And then I can go out this way. Yeah. We're not looking for perfect right now, but it'll work out. Trust me. Almost. And then, see how easy this paper cuts? But it protects glasses. When we buy glasses at the store, this is what they put in it. The Wrap-A-Man. I'm going to trim this down. It's going to get covered up on the inside because we're going to mat it. So I'm not really that worried about how it looks at the moment. Now, for here, I'm going to come in here, and y'all have seen me do covers before. Same thing, same exact way. I'll come here, trim that off. Like, start over here. I lay that down there and just, ooh, boy, that was not cut straight. Look at that. But the tape does bend some, so we're good. We're good. And it's going to get covered up, so I'm not really worried about it. And this side. Just like that. Okay, there's one. I'm going to come in here, we'll do this one. I should do it the way it goes this way. That way you don't have to turn it so many times. I'll see how bad I did. I was off on this one. Not too bad. Not as bad as the other one. I could have just laid it down wrong. So, got this and there. Now we've got that part done. So I'll come in here. Ooh, that doesn't. I'm gonna burnish these parts. Because when you use tape, make sure you always burnish your tape. You know what? This is too big for this. Get one from here. Burnish that down. Oop, get stuck. And then, see, I can even see, look how, where that's coming up. So, come in here and burnish that down. Now, we're to the part we start gluing. Is that where? Yeah. I need to trim this just a tad. And all I'm going to do is follow along. Oh, it's got sticky tape hanging on part of it. So it's not going to cut that even, but it's good enough. I'm done with it. That's it, that's it. Okay. Now, that tape comes off. I think before I do the tape, I need to make sure I get my paper trained. But see, once you do it, see, you're going to hide it. So, and I can't go all the way over with that because I already, it's one of those days. My grandson are cooking dinner, so it smells so good in here. Oh. Okay, now for glue. I know there's glue in here. There we go. So first thing I want to do is I want to go right down next to the cardboard, and then I'll come up in here. And I'm going to do both sides, because once I start laying this down, I don't want to stop. Back up this way. So it's okay. Just go ahead and put your glue down. But this is going to make it adhere a lot better. You're going to get that good crisp edge to it. Okay, now start with my side, and I'm pushing it over. Pushing it over. And then I've got that nice edge. We're going to come back this way, and we're going to push it over. And then from down here, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to take it and just fold it over. And there we have it. And since it's going to get covered up, you know, it's not going to matter all of this. And that's going to be our either our front or our back. But there'll be something here, so we don't need to worry about that. We're just getting the basics down. Okay, what I should have done with the other one. Fold and press, fold and press, fold and press. Make sure I get a good, where's my bone folder? I'll come here, and then if I fold it here, I can see where that corner is and make sure that it looks good. I didn't do it on the other one, I know, but all right, now see here we've got a little bit that hangs over. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing it up against here and then down. And make sure we have, it does both sides. Because now when I pull that up, it's gonna wrap that corner good. Which I should have taken the time on the other one, but I'm trying not to make this video, you know, an hour or so long. Well, I can't get it up. There we go. Just had to come off the other way. And now this side. So making a cover is so easy. I know some of you are saying like, you know, Shelby, you've made so many. Yes, it's easy for you. It wasn't easy when I first started. I really should have refilled my glue before I started, but I didn't. I'll put my bead down there and then come up and put some along there, down on this side too, fitting it right there in that groove. We have had thunderstorms here all day. Nikki and I had to go out to the drugstore, and oh my gosh, it poured. And it's supposed to be this way. For a while, for a few days. All right, push, and then push. And then I'm just going to tuck that in there, and tuck that in there, and then fold it over. Just like that. And now I'm going to come back here and burnish it all down. Smooth that. If you're working on something and you put glue down and you can rub your finger over it and you can feel where the glue is, that's too much glue. So take your bone folder and spread it. It will spread under there. And now I've got a nice smooth surface. And there's the other side. Now, when we get to this part, this is a bit different because we have to figure out how wide we want this to overlap. Now, because this is getting covered up, I really don't have to worry too much about, you know, where everything goes. I just need to find my ruler. I have it up here. There it is. So I'm going to come over here and eyeball it. Let's say right there. And I'm going to tear that part off. And then I'm going to come along here on the other side, eyeball it, and then tear this side off. Now, I've got a little bit up here, but I've got too much on this side. So, see, and I'm not worried that it's not even. And tear this excess off. Okay. Now, we have our spine, but this is going on the back of the book. And this is our inside. So what we're doing is we're going to lay our book the width of your cover. And that's where these are going to go. So what I want to do is, now I've lost everything. Oops. I'm going to put tape down on this side. Right along here. All the way down. And there we go. I have too much stuff going on my desk. Yeah, and now be this side and this side. So, yeah. It goes down on this side. Right? Yeah. It's better always to double, triple, quadruple check if you must. Because the last thing you want to do is to attach this in a way that really would not be a workable way. So, from here, I'm going to the edge of this and lay down tape all the way down. All the way down. Trim. Come down here. Lay down tape all the way down. And trim that part off. Now, from here, I'm going across in between the other two. Just like that. I know you're saying, Shelby, it goes too far. You know, it's fine. There's a method to my madness. And then here. Now, I'm going to burnish all of this down. First things first. Let's see, do I want to... Yeah, I'm going to start with this one. And I'm going to take this tape off. And come in here with my separator piece. And get that as close to even as I can. There. One side. Then I'm going to come in here and take this part off. And then put it on this side. And push it up under there. Put that one. I just want this to go all the way down. There we go. We're not done. Because remember, we still have all of this over here. So, the easiest thing to do with this, we're going to take off the end one. Because you only want to deal with one part, one side at a time. We'll take this part off, but hold it up. Because we want to put glue in between there. Which I probably should have left it upside down. But I didn't because it puddles in the cap. Is there, how much is in? All right, this feels like there's a whole bottle there. So you know what? They all fit, the caps all fit the same things. So turn that over. Yeah. come up here and put down some glue. Now, I can let this fall down, just like that. And look, it's gone. And with it all being the same color, you can't really see where it goes. But now remember, we still have 2 sticky ends up here. So you have to be careful where you put, when you mash down on things. Okay, I'll hold that up. Come in here with more glue. And another thing about the double-sided sticky tape is when it seals, it makes a barrier between your glue and the rest of your paper. At least down there it does. Now, we're going to deal with this side. So I want to, where'd it go? I'll take this part off. Yes, I know I put marks here, but I can redo my marks. That's okay. And I want to add a little bit in between here, because when I fold this over, I am pulling so that I've got it right next to, all the way across here. Then I can come in here as it folds and push that crease in, just like that. And let it catch that glue in there. Now, one thing we don't want to do is we do not want to fold this until the glue has dried. So that's why we're doing this part for right now, and then we'll come back after our glue dries, which will probably be the next video, and finish this up. See, I'm pulling and then pressing that down because I don't want to feel any ridges where the papers meet. Now, once again, push that into your crease there, and then push that in there, push that in there. And I don't want to lose that, so if you put your glue down in your crease, then it's not going to buckle, because sometimes it will buckle in here. I'm going to give it one closure, open it up, and set this aside. That has to dry. That part is done, so that's all we're doing for today, because I can't do any more till the glue dries. So our next episode, we'll come in here and we'll work on putting our holes in. We only need 3 on this side and 3 on that side, and then we need to put our mats on here. And I'm trying to figure out where I put it. I've got such a mess on my desk. Here we go. We need to put our mats on here, and then we need to do our spine cover, which is this here. Now remember, we've got a 2-inch spine in here. So I'll need something like this on one side, this on the other side, and a 2 inches wide in the middle. So that's all coming up next video. So if you enjoyed our first steps today, give me a thumbs up. If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that bell notification so you'll be notified of new videos coming out. I try to have them out on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I am human. Sometimes it doesn't make it. Sometimes life happens. So until next time, y'all be safe out there. Try to stay cool and hydrated. And I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.